Today discussion about loops concept. First of all, what is a loop and how many types of loops are there? How can we implement the code? I'm explaining. Okay. Here it is. First thing, before going to understand that loops, if it is a block, the block gets execute only once. Executes only once if the condition is valid. If it is a loop executes repeatedly until condition is a false. A block of instructions, suppose if it is if block, we add the condition here and we write the block of statements here. This is a loop. Let us say while. We are adding the condition here and the block here. Even though the condition is a true, it will execute only once. Only once it will execute. But this one, how many times it's a valid condition, those many times this will get executed. That's the difference between block as well as a loop. And here the question is, mainly two types of loops are there. One is a for loop, second one is a while loop. First one is a for loop and second one is a while loop. When we can go with the for loop and when we can go with the while loop is important. We know exactly how many times you have to repeat the loop. If you know, it is called range-based loop. Range-based loop means what? We know the number of repetitions. How many times we need to iterate the loop. While loop is called actually condition-based loop. We don't know how many times you need to repeat. The number of repetitions. Sir, one example. This example is easy for loop. Print 1 to 10 numbers. So 10 times you need to repeat. But for this one, sir, there is a text file which contains the text. Lot of text it contains. I want to read this text file. Read the file character by character. Character by character. The question is, sir, how many characters are there? How many characters? Don't know. Don't know. So that's why you have to repeat the loop. Repeat loop until it reaches end. Until it reaches end. This is the one. This is the one. Okay. Okay. Hope you got. Now observe this. How can we code all these things? Very important points. Very important points. First point is here we need to understand range function first. Range. For loop, we must know range function. where we need to start, where we need to stop, how much you need to increase and decrease, we need to understand. But these two are optional. Why? Because even though you are not giving the values, it will be 0 automatically. It will be 1 automatically. What is the meaning? Observe. Observe. For I in the range of 5, I have given 5. And I'm printing the I value. Printing the I. Just a range of 5 if you give. Just a comment I'm writing. It will be internally converted to 0, comma 5, comma. Just wait. Here it is a range function we are taking. Is a range function we are taking. In that range function, 3 values we have to provide: start value, stop value, and step value. Start value and step value, I just put it in a square brackets. Why? Because these two are by default 0 and 1. By default 0 and 1. So when we are writing 1 to 5, writing 1 to 5, automatically it will take, say for I is a variable, automatically it will take 0. We have given 5, so that will take as a stop value, and step value will take 1. But see, when you are executing the code, it will print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Upper bound excludes. If you give 5, it will stop at 4. If you give 7, it will stop at 6, like this. Suppose I'm giving, just here I'm giving only that line, drawing the line, that's all. For I, any variable you can use. For X in the range of 3, comma 8, I am giving 3, comma 8. So 3 to 7 it will print. Look at this. 3 to 7. That is. And next one, for suppose A in the range of, look at this, 2, comma 10, comma 2, comma 10, comma 2. 2, comma 10, comma 2. Just one sec, please wait. Suppose if you give 2, comma, suppose if I give 3, then you will understand. When I'm giving that A value, first it will start from 2. 2 plus 3, 5. Next 5 plus 3, 8. But 8 plus 3, 11. 11 is not there. 11 is not there. So up to 8 only will print. Suppose if still 11 is there, still it will not print because upper bound excludes. Na? If it is a 12, now only it will print 11 like this. Okay. And one more thing. Suppose here I'm writing for I in the range of, let us give 5 only. 1, comma 6 I am giving. So automatically end is also 1 I am taking. I'm printing side by side means for I, comma, end with like this space. Then side by side it will print. It will print what? Side by side. This is. Okay. And here it is. Next in the same way, I'm just printing for same I in the range of same 2, comma 8, comma 2 only. I, comma end is a space. End is a space. Is printing side by side only, na? That's why here it is printing. If you print like this, it will print here. Reason is what? These are side by side is printing. So beside only is printing this one. Sir, I want to print in reverse order. Reverse. For I in the range of 5 to 1, I want to print 5 comma 1, but minus 1 you should give. Minus 1. That is important. But see, when you give 5 to 1, 1 will not print. I already told you that upper bound excludes. Upper bound excludes. That is okay. Hope you got. Now, whenever you want to print up to 1, 1 minus 1, 0 you have to give. When you give 0, then it is printing that 5 to 1. Just wait, disturbance. Now we are writing. We are writing some of the examples. We are writing some of the examples. I'm just reading. Just print 1 to 10 and 10 to 1 is easy. For I in the range of 1 comma 10 means 1 comma 11 increase by 1 is printing that I is printing 1 to 10. Next followed by I'm writing for I in the range of 10 to 1 is a minus 1 we need to provide. Print I is a run. 1 to 10 is printing and 10 to 1 is printing. Both. Next, sir, suppose I want to read n value. This is what print 1 to 10. And this is what print 10 to 1. 10 to 1. But I want to print 1 to n and n to 1 I want to print reverse. So I'm reading the n value first. Integer of input, enter n value. Enter n value. Suppose if n value 7, up to 7 we need to print. But the point is important here. If we give n1 to n and n to 1, n to 1, suppose if n value is a 5 consider. N value 5 consider or 4. But look at this 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2 only printing. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1. Reason I already told you. If you want to print up to n, please give n plus 1. If you want to print up to 1, please give 1 minus 1, 0. Now look at this. If n value 4 is 1 to 4 and 4 to 1 is printing. 1 to 4 and 4 to 1 is printing. Is a difference. Sir, for example, I just want to print from start to end and end to start. Here it is what, where to begin. Int of input, enter lower limit, starting limit. End is enter upper limit. Enter upper limit. Then here it is a begin to end and end to begin. Begin to end, starting from the begin, ending with end. Starting from end. Begin means already I told you that begin minus 1. Easy, no? Lower limit is 3, upper limit is 8. Look at this. 3 to 8 and 8 to 3 is printing. 3 to 8 and 8 to 3 it is printing. Just the concept of understanding how range function executes in the for loop. Range function executes in the for loop. That is. Next one, some programs we are executing now. Using that for loop, the programs we are executing, that's it. How can we execute the programs? See, I want to read one table number and print the table. What is the table? I'll show you. Enter table number, multiplication table. Observe, normally multiplication table will be like this. Suppose if it is a seventh table, 7 into 1 equal to 7. 7 into 2 equals to 14, and so on. 7 into 10 is equal to 70. So the question is, loop, how many times we have to repeat? 10 times exactly. 1 comma 11. Print f. Here it is. N value is multiplied with I value equal to n into I value. N into I. Table number is a 7. Seventh table is printing. The way of format you already know. The way of format we already know. That is the one, 7. Seventh table we are printing like this. Hope you got it. The next one is, I just want to print sum of first n numbers. Sum of first n numbers I am printing. Nothing but if n is equal to 5, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, 15 we need to print. First I am taking n value. I am reading n value. Enter n value. After reading the n value, take the variable sum equal to 0. We are repeating the loop how many times? Starting from 1 to n. N means n plus 1. The point is important. Don't miss every time. Every time you are adding that I value to sum. That's the logic. I'll explain. And printing that sum. Observe this. First sum value is a 0. So every time you are doing sum is equal to sum plus I. So sum value 0 plus first iteration I value 1. Value become 1. Next iteration I value become 2. 1 plus 2, 3. Next iteration I value 3. 3 plus 3, 6. Next iteration I value 4. 6 plus 4, 10. Next iteration I value 5. Value is a 15. The point is what? Don't forget and print inside that sum. If you print inside, if I give 10, all values are printing. Don't print all values. Print final value. So outside you need to print. Suppose 5, 15. Sir, I need clear information. Sum of first n numbers is a sum. You can print like this also. So suppose if 5, clear message, sum of first 5 numbers is 15. It's easy, no? It's easy to display. Nothing but easy to understand the thing. Hope you got it. In the same way, small modification, factorial value. If n equal to 5, it's not plus, it's into 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. It's 120. Enter n value. Just in place of star, we give what? Multiplication. Giving that factorial value of n is that sum. Sir, why I'm using sum? Just I'm using fact. Okay. You can use another variable name is your wish. or result, anything you can take. But small problem here. If I give 5, output will be 0. Because in the previous example, you are adding, now you are multiplying. Any number you are multiplying with a 0, final value will be 0. So starts with 1 is a 5. Factorial of 5 is 120. Factorial of 5 is 120. That is, hope you got. So still as of now, we have written the programs on for loop only. But now what I'm adding, see, printing for I in the range of 1, 10 only. But if you print I, okay, 1 to 10 printing, happy. But we are adding condition now. If I is divisible by Z, 2, then only print 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's why. Printing values. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Hope you got it. Right. Now here, when you are executing that code, again, for I in the range of, let us say 1 to 30, the numbers which are divisible by 3, but the numbers are not divisible by 5. Print those values only. Divisible by 3, see, 3 divisible, 6 divisible, 9 divisible, 12 divisible, 15 also divisible, but 15 not printing. Why? Because I want to print the numbers should not divisible with 5. So for loop with the conditions you need to write. For loop with the conditions we need to write. That is the one. Okay. So 1 to 10, question is print events from 1 to 10. Look at this. Second one, count events from 1 to 10. Next one is sum of events from 1 to 10. 3 programs, same logic only. For I in the range of 1, 11, 1. The code will not change. The code will not change. For 1 to 10. The question is, print 1 to 10 means if I mod 2 equal to 0, print I. Print I. But counting means take count equal to 0. If I mod 2 equal to 0, just increase the count value. Don't print. Outside print. Count is. Let me explain. And the sum is also same. Sum is also same. In place of this, sum we are taking. Sum of events. Sum is equal to sum plus I. Printing that sum of events. Sum of events. Sum is printing. Look at the output. Let me explain clearly. Only even numbers printing here. Every time we are repeating the loop. Every time we are repeating the loop. Next, only count is printing. Only one value printing. So you have to print outside of the loop. Outside. Next one, finding the sum. Final sum we are printing. That is also outside of the loop. outside of the loop. The three programs, one is print even numbers. Next one is a count even numbers. And third one is sum of even numbers. Sum of even numbers we are printing. See, why I'm explaining all the three at a time means, look at this, loop is the same, is not changing. Next one is what? Condition is also same, is not changing. Condition. Only difference is what? Here printing, here counting, here finding the sum. That is the only difference between the three. That's why I have explained all the three at a time. Okay. So all these for loop programs you have to complete today. Then tomorrow, while loop programs. Once while loop programs complete, then we will enter into the programming, real programming. Okay. You can leave for today.